just get it out of the way first of all with the coronavirus. A number of measures in place by the club today. Can you just take us through what's actually happening?
Yeah, look, I suppose fortunately we got to meet the AFL in the last 24 hours. That's chairman, CEO, footy management, coaching. So yeah, the direction from them, it does change. I mean, it's changed in the last 12 hours, but at the moment we're doing the best we can to isolate our players a little bit, elevate hygiene, and also not get too hysterical as well. So find that balance to best prepare our players, and knowing that things could change pretty quickly.
So just in terms of like no handshakes or mingling with the public, not on different tables?
Look, I mean, hopefully everyone out there respects the fact that we've had to do this. I mean, it's in the players' best interest. We want to play. You know, we want a season. We want to, hopefully play in front of our crowds. But to do that, it might mean that, unfortunately, we can't connect with our fans and supporters as much as we normally do. So I think everyone understands that.
How much of an impact is it having, and the potential to have an impact in terms of what you're doing every day in the
No, I think we're okay with that. I mean, it's only been, a couple of days since it's gone to another level. But we trained today at Optus. Training was good. We're still planning and preparing the same way. What happens with travel and all those sort of things, and tickets and access, all that sort of stuff we're working through. But at the moment, we're just dealing with what's in front of us.
Do you look at, in terms of travel, the big one is obviously planes and flights. Do you look at getting your own plane to go over specifically just for the club?
Well, look, that's something that the club's working with the AFL about. And, if things go to another level, I suppose we need to look at all those things. But at the moment, I think we're just dealing with what's in front of us, and then a little bit of planning in the background about what would happen if we did have to, go to the next step.
Adam, how do you feel when you look around the world at what's happening in sport, even the NBA's been banned for sport?
Well, I feel like everyone else. It's a concern. We look at our sport and what we need to do and where we're at, and then we look at what's going on around the world. So, managing it the best we can. We're just like you guys. You worry about your family and your parents, and you're also trying to do a job as well. So, yeah, getting that balance right is probably our main priority at the moment.
In your view, is a closed game in a closed stadium better than no game at all?
Look, I think that we want to play football, and if obviously the priority is the health and well-being of our players and staff, but sometimes playing the game is really important for these times as well. So it's a little bit unprecedented. At this stage, if we're able to play, we will.
Finances of the club in terms of that sense as well. No fans at a game would be a unique experience, but what does that do to the bottom line as well? Obviously, you're one of the stronger membership.
Yeah. Look, I think that's not something that's at the front of mind for me. I'm sure all the clubs in the AFL and all industries are concerned about the ripple effect that this is going to cause. So I don't think as an industry we're alone in that. And that's going to be ongoing. This is not a short-term thing, is it? So time will tell what happens there.
I know you want to limit the interaction stuff. Is there a blanket ban at the moment in terms of fans coming on to? Is it closed sessions pretty much from now?
Yeah, we probably have to lean that way. As much as we don't like it, I think it's probably, you just don't know where people have been, I suppose. And the players are, they do attract attention, and signing autographs and shaking hands, all those things that I suppose we all assume and take for granted sometimes. We've probably got to avoid a little bit of that. The season's launched today. How do we manage that? Just general interaction. We're trying to reduce a little bit, but I'm hoping our members and fans understand.
How do you keep the players' minds on?
Yeah, it's interesting. I suppose we're all in the same boat. So we're all doing our best to deal with things, and we deal with things. We're pretty pragmatic as an industry. So we'll just deal with today, get on with training tomorrow, and prepare for Melbourne next week. A lot. Yeah, we're not too bad at flipping between preparation and dealing with things outside our control, which a lot of this stuff is. I mean, really, we're guided by the government and what happens there. So the AFL we're guided by the AFL, but we're also trying to prepare for Melbourne next week. It's Sunday week, so there's a bit of time, but things might change, and we just got to adapt.
Do you have any concerns
Off-field? On-field with our players? Not really. No, we're going okay. We've got a few players available to train tomorrow. It's a pretty big session tomorrow. We'll probably punch out a bit of training, and we'll play a half a footy at the end of training. So most of our guys, probably 39 guys, will play, which is pretty good.
Is it Gov and Jack Darling are the two main ones tomorrow that need to prove they're good to go?
I think Gov's sort of done that now. It's probably more. Jack's been fit, just been unable to get any contact, so he'll train fully tomorrow, and we'll manage our way through the rest of the boys. But yeah, most of the guys are available for a full hit out. Yeah, he'll play a little bit. Yep. We'll see how he goes for main part of training.
So you're saying Gov is no hesitating to go and play round one of the stages?
Oh, look, the hesitation was last week. So it was, do we play a bit of waffle footy or play him for a half? He played, I think, 50 or 60 minutes, so he needs to top up. It's still a decision, but I think he's more likely than unlikely. Yeah, he's got a bit of a knock to his elbow, so you'll see him with a brace, and let's not get too panicky. He's okay, he's available to play, but the docs have suggested while he's not training or playing, he needs to wear this brace around, so that'll be around for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. So it's actually the same brace he had a few years ago. He's pulled it out of the locker and put it back on.
So you say he's been given the all clear as in terms of being there for round one?
Yeah. So
is that a bit of a reoccurrence?
I think it's different. No, I think it's a different same area but different type of injury. So I can't give you the specifics. I apologise, but no, it's not that severity.
When you got told about that, was it hearty mouth given that you had a clean pre-season?
Yeah.
So crucial to your lineup?
Yeah, I think it was just a tackle that went wrong, and I mean, unfortunately, you've got to get some minutes into the legs, and with this weekend off, you need to play those games. So he won't play tomorrow. The plan was always to manage his minutes last week. We did that. He got through the game, so now it's just a precautionary thing. So don't ask him if you're seeing about it. He's sick of people asking about his injuries.
How about the second run situation with Bailey Williams with the hamstring tightness? Is he playing tomorrow?
Yeah, he'll train. I don't know if he'll play. But he looks like he'll sign off with his hamstring tomorrow and do a few minutes of training, and then he'll be available. He'll be in the mix next week.
What does he have to do to, I guess, put his name forward ahead of the Vardy and Hickey? And I guess what does he offer the side that potentially those two might not add as much?
Oh, look, that spot's up for grabs. So we'll have to assess it more on what he's done, not on what he's going to do this week. If he's a chance, Vardy's played a couple of games. Hickey's had a bit of an interrupted pre-season, but he's played the last 2 games at Waffle and been pretty good. So look at Melbourne, what they're going to bring with Max, and we'll make a decision next week.
Have you got a gut feel at all at the moment?
I've got a gut feel, yes.
Yeah. Initials BW?
No, I'll keep working through that. So today's not the day to tell you who's going to play next Sunday.
AFL.com just sort of reported that Andrew Gaffney is potentially triggering a clause and staying long term.
Is he? That's great.
Can you give us an update?
No, other than you've just updated me. I've got no idea. So Gaffy's normally taking his time with these things. We respect that. He's a man of integrity, and what he did to us a couple of years ago and staying with us was such a great act for the club. So I'll just back him whatever he does.
Do you expect him to be part of the immediate and long-term future then at West?
Oh, he's in our leadership group. He's one of our best players, and we don't want to lose him. So if he's decided to stay, that's great. But I haven't been told yet.